Chicken Katsu Curry, one of my favorite restaurant options and fast food takeaways. In this episode of Cooking with Local, I'll be showing you step by step how to make this delicious dish at home. I started with marinating my chicken overnight in some salt, pepper and a little bit of olive oil. But to start preparing the meal on the day, I washed half a cup of rice and put it on the lowest flame into 2 cups of water in the pan on the stove for 18 minutes. This should be enough for your rice to cook properly without starting to stick and burn at the bottom of the pan. While that's cooking, I chopped up 3 onions, 2 paprikas, and if you have carrots, go ahead and add that to the chopping list. Put a pan on the stove at medium heat and add a tablespoon of oil when the pan starts to feel like it's warming up. Then add your onions, carrot and paprika to the pan and stir well until you begin to see the onions caramelizing. Once that begins to happen, add a tablespoon of flour and mix everything well together. Turn the heat down to the lowest option. And after a few minutes, when you feel like the flour is beginning to stick to the bottom of the pan, add your chicken stock. You can make chicken stock by mixing chicken pods or cubes with 450 milliliters of water, unless you're able to get the real chicken stock from the shop or the butcher. Mix everything well and add your spices. I'm recommending adding 1 teaspoon of Garamasala, 2 teaspoons of curry powder, some salt and pepper, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar and a tablespoon of honey. I also added a bit of Japanese 7 spice. Once everything is mixed well, you can turn the heat to low and let that cook. Then I start to prepare the chicken breast by cutting it in half just up to the splitting point and then leaving it intact to get a larger piece rather than 2 smaller pieces. This is pretty preferential and you can do this part however you want, but I'd suggest you to cut the chicken breast in half as it will fry faster with smaller chances of your meat being undercooked. Now once you're done cooking, set out 3 plates and add a tablespoon of flour, 1 or 2 eggs depending on how many chicken breasts you want to paneer, and a bit of breadcrumbs. The order I'll be putting the chicken into will be flour, egg, breadcrumbs. An easy way to remember this is wet, dry, as your chicken is kind of wet to begin with. Remember to mix your eggs like I'm doing here with the fork, and you can also add a little bit of salt and pepper into the mix. Once you got everything covered well in breadcrumbs, it's time to put on a frying pan on the stove. I'd suggest using the highest flame to start off with, adding enough oil to cover the base pan, and before you're about to put in your chicken, turn down the heat to between medium and low, to avoid excessive oil flying around your kitchen. Once you get your chicken in the pan, remember to mix your sauce from time to time on the side. And to check when the chicken is ready to be turned over, the bottom should be golden brown. If you're worried about undercooking your chicken, you can leave it on the pan for a little bit longer. Just be careful not to let the paneer turn black from burning. Once the rice cooked, I put it into a bowl and put a pan cover over it to let it settle and stay warm while I was cooking other ingredients of the dish. Now that our chicken is ready to be served, you can put it on the chopping board and cut it into strips. Then lay it out on the rice. Because I want a clean sauce with no chunky bits, I opted out to sieve my sauce and discard the vegetable remains as the minerals will remain in the sauce. And voila, your meal is ready to be served. And I hope that you've enjoyed this episode of Cooking with Local, the Cooking for Gamers series. And if you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below, letting me know what sort of content you'd like to see on this channel in the future. And subscribe, as I'm regularly uploading weekly videos with quality content for you, so don't miss out. And now, as always, I wish you all a good day or night, wherever you may be, and stay safe. Till next time.